Well, good evening, everyone. So, yeah, seems like a lot of students are here and awesome peeps are here. Yeah. So, yeah, we will be starting in just 2 minutes. So, thanks for the patience. And I guess you all are learning quite good stuff these days. And obviously, we have covered 2 days of sessions and you have learned so many good things. So, I am damn sure that today you are gonna learn something really new, and at the end you're going to have an amazing takeaway. So just wait for that and get ready to dive in. Well, we will just start soon. Well, someone can please from the team tell me, or anyone in the audience, that am I audible? Just type yes in the chat section. Okay, cool. So yeah, just 2 minutes more, and we will start very soon. That is really cool. After all, network is helping me a lot. Finally. Okay. So like you all have done some basics of Python in the last 2 days, day one and day two. So before starting, I would first like to introduce myself. Okay. So here I am. I'm Apoorv Goyal. I'm a computer science undergrad at Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology. My specialization include web scraping because I have been doing that from like 1.5 year now. And also, I am a web technology enthusiast and a space science enthusiast. So, well, I will be taking you towards the day three with working with Python part two, and there you will be learning some awesome things. I will be just describing that in a while. But before that, it is obviously necessary that since you all are learning, and obviously when we were learning something, so we used to clear our doubts in whichever way we can. We used to reach our seniors or we used to search on the internet. But at this point of time, you have such an amazing opportunity. So why not use that? Um, I would like you all to like if anyone has any doubts from day two, like yesterday, if anyone had any doubt and he wants to clear that, he or she wants to clear that, please enter that into the chat. I will be taking that doubt for a few minutes. Whatever doubt will be coming in the chat box, so please feel free to enter your doubt in the chat box. Well, I'm waiting. Okay. Yeah. Whatever doubt you have regarding whatever is taught till now, please feel free to like mention that in the chat. Okay, let's wait for a few minutes. And okay, so uh, yeah, let me take your doubts first. Okay, so I have got a doubt. Uh, Explain delimiters. Okay, cool. So very nice. Uh, well, let me see what other are waiting for. Cool. I will start with delimiters first. Okay. So if you guys have opened your like Windows console, whatever. So I will start with delimiters first. Well, I am using Linux, so I will open my terminal. So here I write Python. If you all can see my screen, I will make it rather big. So here I go. Well, delimiters are basically, you can think of, suppose you are writing a string. Let us name it as str. String is, uh, I'm a fool, obviously. I'm a fool. So suppose I have to like split my name into two. Okay, so let me see. I would like to increase the font size first. Hmm. Yes. Well, I guess it is quite visible now. So I will move ahead with that. Okay. So I have like declared a string. I am approved, and what I have to do, I have to simply like separate I am with approved. Okay. So this is what I have to do. Well, here what we say delimiters come into play. Okay, so that is a rhyme, random rhyme. So see, what delimiters does is he simply just well, there's a function in Python called split. So what we do when we say str dot split and we pass in a space. Well, what you have done just now is you have used a delimiter, and here the delimiter we have used is space. Well, delimiter is a common term. You can think of it like which limits something. Okay, so well, what it has done is it identified here that wherever there's a space, wherever I will encounter a space, what I have to do, I have to split this whole string. Okay, wherever I found a space. So after I, it found a space here. After m, it found a space here. So what it did is simply uh, took I here, m here, and approved here. Okay, so this is a basic use that you have to use delimiter here when you are writing a lot of programs. So there, while combining a lot of words together, suppose these I, am, and approve, I have to combine them together. In that case, I will be doing something else. Okay. So in that case, what I will do, I will simply uh, use. Okay. Sorry. Well, so what you just saw is what it did. It simply joined these strings, okay, using the dot join function, where it found a comma, it joined the string. It found a comma, it joined the string. So this is how you uh, work with delimiters. I guess it is like quite clear for now. So well, I will go with another doubt. Okay, cool. So right and left shift operator. Sorry. Okay, before that, I will take another route. Uh, will I pass A instead of a space? Yes, you can. You can pass any letter. You can pass any. You can say comma or any kind of letter or word. Okay, so that totally depends on you. What you want to pass. The what you have to do is you have to just break a string into parts using some particular, you can say, character, or yeah, character or string, whatever you say. Like here I had used a space. You can use a letter A, you can use the total word m, you can use anything else. Okay, you can use park, so simple python, like this whole word you can use to split the string. Okay, well, moving ahead, that was a good question. Okay, so explain left right shift operator. Well, so okay, so before moving with that, uh, I would tell you one small trick. Well, uh, using left shift operator, or right shift operator, what that means is you first actually need to know what that actually means. So what I did is here I used a left shift operator. You all know from yesterday's class, this is a left shift operator. And what I did is when I passed 12 to the left shift operator with a value 2, so it returned 48. Well, 48, but why 48? Why not some other number? What is happening behind the scene? We need to know that, right? So, what is happening here is it is simply doing 12 into 2 to the power, what do you say, 2. Okay, well, this is what this function is doing. I will take another example that will make you more clear about that. This time I got 96. Why? Because this time it worked like that. 2 star asterisk, sorry. Yeah, I got 96. So what that actually does, using left shift operator, when you talk in terms of binary, I'm not going in that case because we aren't studying binary codes and all right now. So in a layman language, what you say is whatever number you pass here with a left shift operator, it will raise that number to the power of 2. Okay, if it is 2, like it is 2 here, it will pass 2 here. If it is 3 here, it will pass 3 here, just like that. So this is what left shift operator works like. Okay, so well, a right shift operator just work opposite to that. Okay, so let us see how it works. Well, when you do a right shift operator 12, you get 3. So I guess now you all must be realizing that what is happening here. Here we are not dividing 12 by a power of, we are not multiplying 12 with the power of 2. We are dividing 12 with the power of 2. Okay, suppose it is 3. Okay, whether no, I will take suppose 48, and here I will take suppose 3. uh, yeah, no worries, I will get 6. So what is happening here, it is simply doing 48 into, oh sorry, 48 divided by 2 to the power 3. So whatever number I'm passing here, it is like going to the power of 2. And since this 2 to the power 3 will give me 8, so what it will do, it will do 48 upon 8, that is 6, right? Well, here I'm getting 6.0. That is because I was not using floor operator. Well, there's a difference. Okay, so I will tell that also now. So whenever you do, suppose 10 divided by 5, it will return a float value. Okay, by default, when we use slash Python gives us a float value, it does not perform integer division. But when we use a flow operator, just like that, uh, yeah, I will take the same example. It will give us 2, because this time what flow operator does is it will simply give us the flow value, that is, it will give us the integer value. Okay, so if in case I am using 12 divided by 5, it will give me 2, because here it is a floor operator. And if I'm doing 12 simple slash 5, it will give me 2.4 as expected, right? So, sir, does string.join put spaces in the string automatically? Yes, by default, it will put spaces there. Very nice question. So, by default, str.join uses spaces. Okay. So, yeah, nice question. Uh, well, I guess most of the doubts are clear now. So, if there are any more doubts, please let me know, as I will move ahead with the special topic that is going to come today. So, I'm waiting. Pythonians, come ahead. Show your talent, man. Okay. Well, there are a lot of intelligent minds here, because these doubts are really amazing. Okay, so what are literals? Okay, if I go by definition, literal is a raw data given in a variable or constant. So, what is the raw data given in a variable or constant? Well, you can understand it very well. Okay, well, I will explain it with an example. Suppose I'm using uh, s. It is a variable. Okay, so Whenever I'm using, suppose defining a variable with a string. So here this literal is these codes. These codes, yes, these codes. These codes have a special place in Python because, like in every language, how will you tell them that it is a string? I have to pass this string to this variable. Like I'm not putting a code for s. Why? Because it is a variable. The string, a string literal works like it, uh, like whenever we pass codes here, it automatically understands that yeah, it is a string. So this is how things work in literals. Okay, suppose we pass true, so it knows that it is a bool value. Okay, so bool value is simply true or false. Okay, so well you will read more about it when you will go and like well you read about logics gates and all. Well, we are not talking about that. It is quite far away. So you are using false for boolean expression. So these are some particular you can say literals that are defined in Python for a particular use. Okay, whenever you are using them, taking a simple example that uh, what do you say that you are using a pen to write something on the paper. You're not using an ink pen to write on your laptop, on your laptop screen. There are different kinds of specialized pens that are used to write on the screen. So everything has its own work. Similarly, in Python, everything has its own work. I know this is a very vague example, but I don't get any good example right in my head for now. So it's working right now. Okay. Well, moving quite ahead. Uh, okay. So if I'm audible, then please reply yes, and I will move ahead with a special topic. Okay. Yeah, yeah, sure. I'm just going to start today's lecture. Okay. Let me see. Uh, is this? If you don't mind, can I know who is today's instructor? Yes, please. Okay. Well, now if all the doubts are done, I'm coming today. So here again, I will give a short introduction and just start with the topic. So I'm Apurv Goyal. I'm a computer science undergrad at Zakir Hussain College of Engineering and Technology, Aligarh Muslim University. I'm Pythonic. Yeah, I'm Pythonic, and I feel proud of that. And I'm specialized in web scraping. I'm using that from past 1.5 year. And yeah, if you want to talk something about astronomy, please feel free to reach to me. Okay, I'll be glad. Yeah. So yeah, right. Coming to the topic, what we are gonna go with now today is we are going to working with Python. Very cool. Here we go. Key takeaways or outline for today's session is you will learn the execution of a Python program. Well, if there's any problem with the network, please let me know in the chat from anyone in the team. Am I audible? Uh, yes, Ankit. Yeah. So should I move ahead? Please see if you can stop the buffering.
Yes, yes, it's like
Okay, so if I am speaking right now, that is reaching to everyone at the same time. Is it? Awesome. S- Yeah. Well, cool. So this is very cool. I'm sorry, guys. This was some network issue, but I'm really glad you all are here. And yeah, we'll move ahead. As I said, we won't stop. We won't stop. Okay. So again, back to the key takeaways or outline. Just a quick recap: execution of a Python program, different errors, syntax, runtime, logical, and much more. Okay. So you will get to know all of these and how to handle them. Okay. And as I told that if you are a beginner or you are a developer, that doesn't matter at all. Everyone makes an error and everyone learns from that mistake. Okay, so let's move ahead. Awesome. I was talking about Bodmas. So Bodmas, you all have heard about, even you have used that at maths, of course. Brackets, orders, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So before starting with that, I would like to introduce you to one of the awesome things. Okay. So well, I will come to that later. No worries, because I guess we have like a lot of time is wasted. Okay. So no worries. I will continue with the terminal. Okay. So let me just clear that once. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So again, back here. How are we going to use Bodmas here? So, uh, like, you can take one simple example. If I'm doing 2 plus 3 into 2, as you all know, uh, please let me know what will be the answer for that in the chat box. I just want answers from your side so that I want to know how much you are getting. Please just write your answer in the chat box. Yeah, okay. So let's see what I am getting. Well, I guess I should give answers for 8. Okay, very cool. Very cool. So you all guys have read about Bodmas. I guess that topic is going to be quite easy for you all. So that is it. Yeah, that is it. So this is why that according to Bodmas rule, uh, this multiplication holds the you can say precedence over addition. But what if we have something like this? Obviously, what if we have something like this? What in this case? No worries if you have given a wrong answer before. It happens. Please give your answers. I'm just waiting for that. Yeah. Yeah, you won. Yeah, this is good. Okay. 25, 18, 15, 15. 15 going in majority. So, should I take it 15 or 18? Okay. Yeah. And here goes the answer 15. Very right. So it is 15. Well, this is because we had used brackets here. So bracket, as I told you just here, that brackets hold the precedence over multiplication. So whenever your Python program will see bracket, it will first solve the bracket, and after that, if it finds an uh, order-based like a variable, like x square, what you see here, just like that, x square. So in that case, it will then go to x square, and it will find a book for division. If it doesn't find division, it will go for multiplication. If it doesn't find multiplication, or if it finds, so it will first solve the multiplication, then it will move on to addition, and so on. So we have to keep in mind, because I will tell you, I will be using this concept in the further slides to explain you how that can generate errors. Okay, and believe me, those errors are something that developers find well, quite difficult to solve when they are dealing with production level code, which includes thousands of lines of code, and they don't know that sometimes it happens that they have made a small mistake there, that they might have not used brackets here. So please pay attention for that. Okay, I will clear that once again and use an undeclared variable. So back here. Well, moving ahead, how does a Python program actually executes? Well, before that, I won't go there. Go there. I'm really sorry. I have something for you. I have a question for you. So let us see. What's the question? Can anyone tell me what's going in this particular video? What's happening here? You can see one zeros, 1 0 1 zeros. Any idea what that means? Okay, I am getting doubts of how to find square roots and all. Yes, we will come to that. That is using a math module that is known as math, as Vedant told here. Thank you, Vedant. So we'll come to that. Don't worry. What is going here? Can anyone tell? Bits. Oh, right. Bits and anyone else? What else? Yeah. Okay, don't just get afraid of that. Okay, if you are new to that, because I'm not going to teach bits, bytes, and all here, but I'm going to teach something that will help you recognize these particular things. Yeah, these are binary codes. There's binary numbers. These are bits. Okay, so 0 and 1. A whole electronic devices, whatever electronic devices we are using, that are dependent on these particular things, bits and bytes. Okay. So, how does a Python program executes? I will come back to that. Okay. So that will help you understand that why I showed this particular slide. So, execution of a Python program. Whenever you run a Python code, okay. So what happens behind the scene? First of all, that whole program is like checked for a syntax or error. Okay. So basically, if you have written something like that, I will come back to the terminal. If you have written something like print and hello, and yeah, well, hello seems so common, no? Let us take something else. Uh, abracadabra. Well, this is my what do you say? Keyword I use most often. Okay, so okay, so just tell me if I run this code, whether it will be a success or not. If I just hit enter right now, reply with a yes or no in the chat box right now, please. You guys are quite active, and I'm really happy with that. That is making me more excited. Just go ahead, write whether it will give any error or not. Yes or no. Yeah. Go ahead. Reply with a yes or no. I'm waiting. Okay. No error. Cool. Okay. Very right. Okay. So let us see what is the answer. Error. No error. What is this? What is this going on? Yeah. I didn't got abracadabra here. Instead, I'm getting some dotted lines. Why is it so? Why is it happening, man? This is simply because I'm not using the right syntax. What is the right syntax? You have been taught about like right syntax is uh, you have to use a you can say the uh, yeah bracket at the end. Okay, so then only this print statement will work. Yes, the bracket. Just imagine like a small bracket can like take off your whole code from the production level. Okay, if you are doing such mistake, obviously that won't happen. Yes, exactly. Bracket is not closed. You guys are genius. Yeah. So moving back to their slide, what the Python did is it first checked for the syntax. Okay. So here I had made a syntax error. What do you say? Here I had made a syntax error. I was not using the right syntax. I can make it other way also. Just imagine I'm not using any of the braces. Uh, wrote it like this. And yeah, I got a syntax error. So this is where we call the error lies here. Why? Because Python has first checked whether there's some error in the syntax, that you are using the rules that are defined to write a simple Python code. When it is checked, it is move ahead. It will move ahead and convert that into a bytecode. Bytecode is basically machine level code. Okay, it is what I just showed you a few seconds ago. These binary bits and bytes. Exactly. This is how your code converts. Just imagine the code you are writing in those alphabets is getting converted in these bits and bytes. So that is how your code works. It will first check for the syntax error. If there's some syntax error, it will report you that, yeah, here's the error, and you have to just check that error and correct it. Okay, and soon you move ahead with the byte, and so it move ahead. And if it is working fine, like it was working fine here in print abracadabra, so like there it simply moved ahead. It moved ahead, and here when it moved ahead, this was converted into this bytecode, and this is then sent to the Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine is basically where you are getting the output. After all this processing is done, your code is converted into bytecode. Your machine knows that everything is okay. Now I can give output, and at that point of time, it will give you the output that is desired. Okay. Yeah. So thanks a lot, everyone, for enjoying this. We will move ahead with that, and you are getting your output quite well if you are keeping in mind that using the right syntax. Okay. Well, uh, everything doesn't stop here. Okay. So we are going to do something else. We need to know how these errors work. Okay, if I'm making some error, how to resolve that? Because if I don't resolve that, it won't convert it into bytecode. If it doesn't get converted into bytecode, how it will go to the Python virtual machine and bring me the output, right? Well, I will show a visualizer. I have got some awesome visualizer, you say, which will show you how the code is actually working. And I must say that you are going to love that. Well, you all can also check that. Just visit to pythontutor.com visualize.html. Whether I think I should share that link once, but it is not possible for me. So if anyone from the team can share that link with the audience in the chat box, it is pythontutor.com/visualize.html. You can simply search about Python code visualizer on Google. You will find that. Well, you will see here how the code is working. Okay, what I just told you. I will do the same here. I will whether no, to make it more understandable, what I will do, I will define a variable, say a equals to 2. I will define another variable, say b equals to 5. Then I will print those variables, print a plus b. And believe me, this is awesome tool. You must use that. Okay. So I am like zooming in the screen because I guess it is. Okay, what is the arrow on the right? Please, I will definitely take all the questions. Please put your questions here itself. I will definitely take all the questions once I am done with this. Okay. After each and every topic, I will take questions. Okay. Yeah. So once I have done it, you can all click on visualize execution. And yeah, here you see it is pointing to a equals to 2. So what it is showing that when Python starts interpreting your code, it will check the first line, a equals to 2. Well, I haven't made any error here. Okay, so I will move ahead. What it did is, in the memory, it saved a equals to 2. Okay, memory basically, like we have our memory. I'm not going into technological aspect for now. It saved it into its memory. Okay, then I hit next. That means it came from second line to the third line, and when it passed second line, it found that yeah, b equals to 5 has no syntax error or any kind of indentation or some kind of error. So b equals to 5 is also added to the memory. When I hit next, it will execute print a plus b, and here our Python virtual machine comes into play. It is giving us the output based on what we inputs we gave, right? You have already learned about that. So this is how you can actually visualize each and everything. And if you want, you can also see how errors are working here. Just imagine I haven't used, suppose brackets here, as I did. Or suppose I have used print instead of print, and I hit visualize extension, and here it gives me a syntax error. Obviously, I have made a syntax error because I'm not using the predefined way of printing a particular statement. Okay. Well, I will zoom in more. I'm really sorry for that. Okay. So, yeah, let us move ahead with that. And you all can use that, and this is how you will realize your Python code is working. If somehow you are not able to, you are like keen to know that, yes, I want to see how that error is working, or at what time it will give me my particular output in the thousands of lines of code, you can definitely go with that. It is a awesome, I must say, awesome visualizer, right? So I will like make that right once again. Yeah. So this time it won't give me any error. Hopefully, yeah, it didn't give me any error, and it showed me you just fixed the following error. Well, Python doesn't do that, but this particular website is doing. So it is a good thing because it is telling me what error I have just fixed, so that I can realize that in future I will not make these errors. And this is how you learn. This is exactly the way you learn things. Let us move ahead with that. So now we know about how a Python is code is working. Now, whenever someone will ask you, "Hey, can you tell me how this is working, or how this particular print statement is working, or how these operators are working?" You can tell him, "Yeah, see, I don't have any syntax error. It is getting converted into bytecode, and it is then giving me output on my Python virtual machine." And there you go. Okay. Yeah. So input. Okay, waiting for the input. Yeah, I will definitely go for that. No worries. So you can try that also. Uh, I will do that for you. Just a second. But I will not take B like that. I will take B as an input here. Okay. So yeah, I will say enter B. Okay. So now let us see what it gives to us. Yeah, it first went to the first line. Then I will move ahead to the second line. And now it is prompting me to enter an input for B. I am saying it as 7. Okay. So I set it 7. And here I click on submit. And here we go. Okay. So here's what I just gave the input as. And here when I hit next to get the print, I get 7 plus 2, 9. So I guess all of you have got that. And with that, I'll move ahead. Thank you for this particular questions. It is making me more excited. Yeah. Well, you are done with how to learn a code is executed. Now we will move on. What errors we are going to face? Okay. So this is gonna be some awesome thing for you. Oops, error. Yes, it happens when you see an error and you are writing robust code. You are going very well. A equals to this, B equals to this, and if this condition was, I had to do this. And you have written thousands of lines of code, and when you hit run, you get an error. Exactly, this is a reaction of each and everyone who faces that particular error at a time. Okay, so well, this may be your reaction, but this won't let you down because we will see how to deal with these errors. Okay. Well, first of all, we will deal with some, like, you can say, most common errors. I just told about that syntax error. So we have already seen how this syntax error is working. Whenever you misspell a word, like we misspell print as print, whenever we misuse a word, suppose I am not using print, I am using some variable. Suppose I am doing like this. A equals to, no, suppose, sorry, A2. So what that means? It doesn't mean anything. It gave me a name error though. Well, that is also a way that our code is not working fine because we are not using the right syntax where we haven't defined A. Okay, so it is giving me a name error. Well, it is a quite different error, but when a broad way, I'm just going through with these syntax error, right? Whenever you miss something, as we missed a bracket there, it didn't give me any output. Why? Because that was not the right syntax. Okay, so this is how your syntax error works. Well, I guess all of you must have realized what is the syntax error and how to fix that. Moving ahead, runtime error. Yeah, Tom and Jerry, you must all have seen that in your childhood days. If you haven't, no worries, you can see now. So I won't tell you that what is happening here because that will ruin the, like you can say, like how hilarious is this meme? That will ruin all the stuff. Okay, well, runtime error. A program with a runtime error is one that passed the interpreter's syntax checks and started to execute. Please, these all are definitions, and well, you will realize what it is uh, trying to convey. Okay, whenever we get an error during the execution of a program, okay, like any error which is not predetermined to us, okay, so that kind of error is known as a runtime error. Okay, so a runtime error is basically uh, during the execution of one of these statements in the program, an error occurred that caused the interpreter to stop executing the program and display an error message. Just see that once. Okay, so I will write here. Uh, well, at this point of time, I guess I should make you aware of Google Colab notebook. So it is not necessary to use that, but I will prefer you that whenever you are going to do some heavy machine learning work or like any work, you can prefer Google Colab Notebook. Even if you have Windows 7, then you don't need to think about that I can run Python 3.9 on it because you have Google Colab. And I want someone to please share the link of Google Colab in the chat section so that I can tell everyone how that works. So here we go with the Google Colab first. Uh, yeah, here okay, so I will wait for you all to just open that particular link of Google Colab or just search about Google Colab on Google search. You will get a link as Google Colab sign in, and there you just go here ahead like I'm searching about here Google. I hope open google.com. I search about Google Colab, right? And here I will hit, yeah, I will hit Google Colab. So that will take me to Google Collabs. Thank you, Abhishek, for sharing the link. Thanks a lot. And here, what you can do is, uh, well, it will tell you some key points like how to use that and all that stuff. So I will prefer you to read that later on, and please see that because that will help you use this efficiently. Because sometimes we never know that how to close a window with the keyboard when our mouse is not working. So this is the case like that. Well, you can create a new notebook here. So I have created a new notebook. This will open a notebook here. So just go with me and you will realize how smooth it is working. Okay. Well, once we are here, these are called cells. What you are seeing here in the black, these are cells. So cells are basically small portions, like you can say a small area that is meant for running a particular code. We can run different types of code as we do here in the terminal. So, okay, it is quite useful, and whenever we are dealing with machine learning or we are dealing with some stuff that is using a lot of modules in Python, most of the people prefer Google Colab. Even for machine learning and all that stuff, people prefer this Google Colab because it is very robust and quite good. So yeah, moving ahead, just click on the connect. It will allocate you the some space in their Google servers, and when it is here connected, you can start writing your code. It is quite awesome. Okay, so suppose I'm writing a equals to 2 again with that boring variable, so I will change that once again. It is first equals to 1, first is 1, second equals to 2, and then I will use print Well, I want to do this right now. I will say third equals to first plus second. Well, you can use any kind of variable, that doesn't matter. And next, I will print third. Also after that, I will print first, and also in the next line, I will print second. Sorry, yeah, second. So how you have to run this particular code? You just have to hit this particular uh, sign here. Okay, I have to zoom in. Thanks a lot for telling me. Uh, thanks a lot. Actually, I forgot that. Okay, so you can just hit enter here. Sorry, you can click on this run cell, or you can use Control plus Enter as an alternative. So I am using Control plus Enter. You can also use that. So Control plus Enter will simply run this particular code, and you will see 312. As expected, it is printing 2 plus 1, that is 3. It is printing 1, it is printing 2. But suppose I I'm like quite happy making errors. Okay, it makes me feel good. So I'm again making that same error. In this time, I will make two errors. I will not use brackets. I will not using print. I'm not using print. And let us see. We have to see whether this particular line will be skipped, and these, because I have written this correctly. So what do you think of whether this particular print statement will work and this won't? It will be simply skipped because it is not correctly defined. It has a syntax error, or whether it will stop my code right here and will not move ahead. Please write in the chat box in the yes or no. Yes means you are saying that the code will stop here at this particular statement, line number 4. And if you are saying no, that means the code won't stop here. It will execute till here. Well, it won't print this line and simply return that this line is giving some error or something like that. Okay, no, it will not work. Yeah, I got one answer. I'm greedy, man. Give me more answers. Yes. Not move ahead. It is giving syntax error. No, no, no. So there are so many no's. Well, so the answer is, you can see yourself. It won't move ahead. Why? We just saw in the visualizer that it is compiling the code line by line. So if it is getting error at a particular line, why it will move ahead? Okay. So as simple as that. It won't move ahead. Okay, and it will simply return the error. This is what we say runtime error, because there are statements lying after this particular statement, and it is not running this particular statement. So what is happening? It is not telling us the errors beforehand. Like there are a lot of IDEs which do this right now, like PyCharm and VS Code. They tell us the errors while we are writing the code. We before running that code, they tell us the errors. But in general, when you are using the terminal of Windows console, so it won't tell you there. And this is what we say runtime error, because this particular line is not working, and this has made the rest of the code terminate. Okay, well, I will zoom in more if it is not visible. How to execute Python notebook? So see, these are cells. So what you have to do, uh, well, I was using control enter. If you use shift plus enter, it will simply run that code and again add a new cell to this. Okay, and you can run a new code here. You can simply run the previous code also. You can simply take values from previous code. Okay, suppose I am using print first. It will print first for me. Okay, so it is working as a hierarchy. Like it is giving the numbers here. Suppose I have ran this particular cell 3 times. It has given the number 3 to this, and because I have written next code in my this particular cell, it has given it the number 4. Okay, 3 here, 4 here. Awesome. So I guess you are all working with this particular thing, Google Colab, and it is really awesome. So let's move ahead and see what errors we have next. And yeah, we are coming to the you can say the most awesome. I won't say awesome, but yeah, it is something that you all may face. Logic. Can anyone tell me what this particular uh, image means? Logic. What I am going to tell you just right about. Yeah, it is just like Jupyter Notebook. Vignesh, you are right. And I will zoom right now. Okay. So thanks for telling everyone. Can you please tell what this particular image means? I will just go ahead with that very soon. Well, you can quickly back in your mind that what I had told in the key concepts. Logical error, you got it right. You are doing so well. And even if you don't remember that, no worries. Okay? This is a logic error. What is a logic error? Logic, what we say, if someone is saying that Earth is not uh, spherical in shape, or Earth is not shape of a geoid. Obviously, he is not talking something logical in today's world. Of course, we know. Okay, so that is a big example, but this is how you can think of a logic error. That what exactly is a logic error? So, logic error is basically when you have an like you can say an error in the logic of your code. So, what is this logic error? Well, I will come back to Google Colab for that. And here, while moving ahead in this particular cell, I will zoom it first. Yes, I remember this time. So, okay, logic error is basically, uh, I told you right now about Bodmas rule, right? So suppose I have to print, what I want is I have to use 2 plus, suppose not 2 plus, I have already used that, 4 into 8, okay, 4 into 8 and plus 2. So when you are doing simple mathematical calculation, you know that it will return 34, right? Of course, it will return 34. But I am writing a code, and suppose I have got some mathematical calculation in my code, and what I did is I have to do the same thing here. But again, I did a mistake. Did I made a mistake here? Just tell me. I know I have confused you right now because you have already read about Bodmas. So just tell me whether it will print 34 or not. Remember the Bodmas rule and tell me right now. Yes or no? Yes, it occurs when a logic is wrong. Very right, Mandadi. So causes it to operate incorrectly, Alishwar. Right? Awesome. It will return 34 or not. Of course, if we are using the Bodmas rule, it will return 34. Yeah. So, well, this is what we say a logical error. That we want to use, no, sorry, I'm really sorry for that. Uh, I'm really sorry for that. I'm coming to that. Okay, in this case, we are not getting any errors. But what if we have to do 4 plus 8, okay, 4 plus 8 into 2. See, we know with the Bodmas rule that obviously this will run first 8 plus 4, 12, and 12 into 2, 14. So we are expecting to get 14, right? But what happens if we are not realizing that particular thing and I am just printing this A right now? I haven't used brackets, and let's suppose I have forgotten about Bodmas rule, or I haven't seen that I had made that mistake. So will that stop my code from running? Of course not. It is not stopping. It is running my code. It is not giving me error. It is not telling me that Apu, you wanted to get 24 and you are getting 20. Why? Sorry, I was supposed to get I was supposed to get 24 because what I wanted is I wanted to use brackets here. I want 4 plus 8 to add first and get multiplied to 2, but I'm getting 20 here. So it is not telling me that Apu, you are wrong because the error is in my logic. I have applied the wrong logic here because logic says that you have to use brackets here. You have to use the Bodmas rule and go ahead with that. 8 plus 4 will give you 12. 12 into 2, 24. Now, when I will run this particular code again, shift plus enter, it will give me 24. So it didn't say that you made an error last time, or you are giving right answer this time. This is what we say the logic error. And believe me, guys, this particular error is you have to think about that. Okay, whenever you are writing your code, please just check once that whether you are using the right Bodmas rule or not, because basically these error occur when we are not using the right rule that is defined, and it gives us a logical error, and what output is expected is not given to us, and there we sometimes have to debug the whole code for that. Okay, so yes, you are asking which OS I have. It is Linux Ubuntu 18.04 Debian version. So yeah, well, uh, okay, so moving ahead, you know about logical errors, right? Now you know what is a logic error, and believe see there are a lot of errors. I will like to name a few: index error, type error, value error, key error, and stop iteration error. And don't worry, in the upcoming session you will come to know about these particular errors. Why I discuss these three errors here? Because these are quite common and you may face them anytime. Okay, so you all know about the importance of indentation, but since you haven't you haven't been taught about some loops and all, so I will prefer not to go there. And well, they will be told to you when these in the upcoming session that how these index error and everything works. Well, some awesome thing for you is uh, okay. So this is like I will give you some particular tips. You can note them somewhere. Okay, like what to do when your code is not working. Okay, so how you have to just see that what is the error in your code. Okay, yeah. So I will first go ahead with that. First of one thing that you have to see that how many levels does the traceback have. What that means? It simply means that you have to see that how many lines of code you have written. If it is a syntax error, just check what line it is, at what line it is giving us the error. Like it was shown here, right here, it was shown to us that syntax error is here. So just start checking from upwards. Okay, you will see it is giving line number 4. Just head on to line number 4, and you will find that here is an error. Okay, so first of all, just read the error. Okay, this is very very important, because when you read the error you realize that how can you fix that. Okay, and next is what is the function name. Okay, well, function name is I guess you haven't studied about function. I want to go with that. Okay, yeah, sure. Another thing is read the error message properly, as I've already told to you. Also, just check what type of error it is giving. Like I told you, there are a lot of errors. So I'm getting syntax error. So I'm getting a syntax error. So how I will search on Google that what error I am getting. Suppose I don't know. I have got syntax error for the very first time, and I don't know that what is this error saying to me, what it is pointing to. Of course, when we don't know about that, we will just go to Stack Overflow. You can say this. It is the place made for developers, and developers. Yeah, it is made for developers. Okay, so just check here. Uh, you will go to Google, of course, and you will search about what is simply a syntax error. Okay. Now, when you search about syntax error, you will get to know that what is a syntax error in Python. Okay, and that will make you get your work done earlier. And if you are not realizing that what kind of error you are getting, if you're not reading that, so what you will do, what like most of the person do is what peeps do, just simply copy this, go to Google, please share, Control C, Control V. Oops, I haven't copied that. Sorry for that. Yeah, I will copy that first. Okay, I will paste that here and see. It is not giving me the right thing that I'm searching for, I'm searching for syntax error, right? So it is very important that you know what error you're getting, okay, and search accordingly. Yeah. So that's all for now. That you have learned about so many errors. Okay, you know how to deal with errors. You can now deal with errors, and I must say, please try to make errors when you are learning, because when you are learning and making errors, you realize that okay, just think about, suppose you don't know that what is the importance of square brackets here, or what is the importance. Suppose I'm taking another example. Well, a term typecasting is used most often. Suppose I am using this particular thing. I'm passing x, y. Suppose I'm passing. Uh, can anyone suggest me what should I write? Well, I would write DevScript. Okay. So will it convert to integer? Of course not. It is giving me a value error. I am trying to convert a string to an integer. It is not possible, right? So these are kinds of error. If you try to make, you will realize that yeah, what things you are not doing correctly. Okay. So well, this is a value error you're getting right here, and there are a lot of errors I told you. But we can't go with all of these at the same time. But be patient. I'll make sure that you will get to know about each and everything in the coming sessions. Yeah, and there are a lot of instructors there, and we have some awesome instructors. They will teach you about that. Well, so a keynote from my side to all of you today. Okay, so please read that carefully. Mistakes are a fact of life. It is the response to error that counts. Yes, I have not written this particular code, but Nikki Giovanni, who has written this particular code, is basically saying that please don't get fed up of the errors, because when you get the errors, you get to know that how can things work when suppose you are making a whole website with Python, you are using Flask, Django frameworks of Python, and when you know that what possible errors can come when a user will run that particular uh, website, will go to the particular website, you can easily you can see that what I need to fix in my application beforehand to prevent that particular error being occurred at that particular time. And this is where a real developer lies. And the definition of a real developer in my context is who thinks with the user's point of view, because he or she knows about that. Like, hey, if that particular user will be using this, clicking this particular link, going to this particular like page, so what possible errors can occur. So this will make him a good developer, because he knows how to fix errors beforehand. It is not like some error has occurred, whole website is down, and now his boss is saying, hey, what have you done? Why are you not fixing that particular website? And you are saying that, oh, there's a millions of lines of code. Okay, so what if Google was doing like that? Because they are not doing like that. They have some awesome features for that. They have some awesome softwares for checking errors, and this makes a person an awesome developer. There's nothing like you can't go to some company and all. You just need to have a mindset for that. Yeah, mistakes are human, but correcting is divine. Well, that is a nice quote from the yeah audience side. Okay, so well, with this, something for you. Well, coming to the end of the session, can anyone decode that for me? Well, it is not the error. Yeah, it is not error. Okay, so can anyone tell me? Is there anyone who knows Spanish here? This is written in Spanish. Okay, it is written in Spanish. Cool. So yeah, yeah. Has anyone got it? I will count till 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here you go. Yeah, translate. I won't click on this. I won't click on this because first I will like to realize what this picture is wanting to say to you. It is saying that please don't be like that. Be like that when you get errors. When you face any particular issue, please feel free to check it wherever you can, or if you're not finding any issue, please contact any of the person you feel can help you. Like if you're getting errors these days while learning Python with us, please feel free to share that on the group. We are always ready to help, because that will eventually lead us to learn. If we are not getting that particular, we haven't got particular error. Well, this is time to translate that. So I have already made that for you. So it says, I wish you a life free from mistakes. So I will zoom that for you. Yeah, of course, there is no life that is free of mistakes. It is ideal. But yeah, we can make this particular thing here. Or if you want me, I can correct that for you. Well, this can be written as, I wish you a life where you deal with the errors, errors and learn from mistakes. Yes, this is what you need to do. Okay, so with this I would like to say not goodbye, I would like to say thank you to you all to be here and joining this wonderful session. And before, please don't go right now, I have something for you. Still, yeah, thank you for being here. So coming back here, let us come together to learn and grow, and that is a keynote from Team DevScript, our motto. And thanks a lot, everyone. Gracias. Yeah, I have learned that from one of our instructors in Team DevScript. He's a co-founder of DevScript. You know very well. So thanks a lot, everyone. Now I would like to hand over to Abhishek. But before that, yeah, since you all have enjoyed that this session, I'm really thankful to you all, and I will request any of the team to share my LinkedIn and GitHub link in the chat box, please, or rather, I will do that so that yeah, I would like to connect with you all. Of course, you are such awesome. Yeah, on to you, Abhishek. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Akur, for such a wonderful session. It was really amazing, and I was enjoying that. So, so I have a one request to all of you, whoever is watching this live stream. So my request is like, in our WhatsApp group, we have around 3 to 4 WhatsApp group, and we are over 450 people with us. But in the stream, we are getting the maximum reach up to that is 120 or 130. So maybe like last 2 days we were having some network connectivity issues and few problems. Due to that, it was a problem. So now we have cleared everything, and now we will make sure that everything goes fine and you all will be enjoying, and at the same time you will be learning something great and wonderful for your future. So I would request you all to just, if you are a part of a WhatsApp group, if not, please join the WhatsApp group. Link is being provided in the description box. And as well, if you are in the any WhatsApp group of DevScript or Python Bootcamp, just post there like about today's session, like what you have learned there, like write a summary over there in the WhatsApp group so that other people should also know, yes, you have learned this thing, and you will also get a revision what you have learned today, what you have got the output from today's 1.5 hours, right? And it might be beneficial for them also. They will also learn in like summary way. Okay, and just if you all guys will like say like the session is really interesting and it is wonderful, it is very helpful, like other will also get motivated to watch the stream live, and whatever the recordings are available for everyone, so anytime they can watch it. So this is my one and only request to all of you, like whoever is a part of WhatsApp group, just please post the summary and your review about this session in the WhatsApp group itself. And whatever the form and the like the LinkedIn part is there, that is for like a procedure part, that please do that also. And on behalf of me, like I am requesting personally with you all the viewers, whoever is watching this live stream, please do it for me, do it for us, do it for our community. So now I'd like to like I I would like to thank Sapur for such a wonderful session, and thanks a lot,
Thanks a
guys,
lot.
for joining. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
you're
I
most
would like to
welcome.
tell one thing to all of you. Well, there was a network issue in between, but I would like to thank all of the team who organized this particular session and who are there at the back, who are the main holders of the session, that they are keeping the stream live, and uh, of course they have a lot of contribution in that, because of them only you are able to attend this, and we are able to deliver to you what we have. So please, thanks a lot. You are such awesome, everyone, and you have great patience. Thank you again. Goodbye.
Yeah. So thanks everyone for joining the live stream. So you can just fill up the attendance and the assignments part, and please comment on the LinkedIn as well as take a snap. All the process I hope you all know. So thanks for joining. You can now leave the stream. So I would like Ankit to just put up a thank with background music. Thanks everyone.